Morning, dear aspirant. To start with today's news, COP documents calls for progress in adapting to climate change by 2030. So this comes under GS3 environment. So by 2025, all countries must have a detailed plan to adopt the impact of climate change in their own territory, and also they should implement the plan by 2030. So UNFCCC, for prelims you need to study about this organization, which is UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, signed in 1992 at the UN Conference on Environment and Development, also known as the Earth Summit. The UNFCCC entered into force on 21 March 1994. So UNFCCC's institutional arrangement, the COP, Article 7.2 defines the COP as the supreme body of the convention, as it is the highest decision-making authority. So the climate change process revolves around the annual sessions of the COP. So outcome of COP28, negotiations called to phase out fossil fuels, promoting the vulnerable countries and civil society, and even agricultural wing launched a group-breaking plan that looks to transform the world agro-food system from a net emitter to a carbon sink. And nearly 7 trillion of public and private finance each year support activities that directly harm the nature. So transition to renewable energy, that is also to ensure safety and health as also bring into the agenda. And most important thing is decision makers must enact more policies that meet women's specific need. Germany's debt break rule. So this comes under GS3 economy. So a government move to reallocate 60 million euros was called unlawful by Germany's constitutional court. So the coalition government was in a breach of fiscal deficit. Two count is in the news. That is, the first was the move to channel underutilized fund from one sector to another. The second was the rollover of debt from one fiscal year to next. So you need to understand what is meant by two counts. And for prelims, you need to study about the debt break rule, that is, or balanced budget rule. So it sets a cap on how much government can borrow to finance various public projects. It restricts the federal government from running a fiscal deficit in excess of 0.35% of GDP. Fiscal deficit is the difference between the government's total expenditure and the total revenue, excluding borrowings. It is an indicator of the extent to which the government must borrow in order to finance its operation, and it is expressed as a percentage of the country's GDP. So 21.15 lakh application received under the Vishwakarma scheme. So PM Vishwakarma scheme, this comes under GS3 economy. So PM Vishwakarma scheme received lakhs of application in 2.5 months, says Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So about this scheme, the budget actually allotted is 13,000 crore. The target is to cover 6 lakh beneficiaries. It aims at supporting and providing skill upgrading training to artisans and craftspeople. So it offers financial assistance and creates avenue of market linkage for persons and trade and craft like carpenter, boat maker, blacksmith, potter, etc. Thank you. Have a great day.